Right guys, how are we? Tonoddy922 here, time to answer your questions. I've got a fair few. I've got a fair few here, more than I expected, I must admit. So thank you all for the questions, and I'm going to get all of them answered for you. You'll have to forgive me for the pronunciations of some of your names. Some of them will be like, what? But I shall answer your questions as best I can, and hopefully it clarifies a few things for you. So, the first one, not too sure how I can do this one really, but I'll more explain it. It's from Crazy Adam 8. It says, can you give us a tour on your recording software? No. So that's what I'm using to record on. Essentially, it's just a small. I can use the phone. And I can use my tablet. That's what I do. There's no editing to what I do at all. So I'm sure you know with phones of this nature, if you want to take a picture, you'll press a button, takes a picture. If you want to record a video, you press record, then you can pause it and carry on again. Exact same way with this. So there's no editing, there's nothing at all. It's literally, I use a tablet, and on some videos, my most recent one being Eric Tracy at Whitby, that was filmed on this phone. So yeah, that's pretty much that one. Mentos Limited, what is your local train station? My closest one is Northampton. Hello. Wants to get on the action. You want to be famous, don't you? Yeah, Northampton is my local train station. Brad's Trains. If you had the chance to set up a gala at a standard gauge heritage railway, which railway would you choose? And you can choose 5 special guest locomotives, steam/diesel. Which locos would you have? Well, I've only been to 3 heritage railways in the UK: the Nene Valley Railway, the Severn Valley Railway, and the North Yorkshire Moors. I personally would go for the Severn Valley. It have to be said. I do that one a lot. I'd have a mixture of steam and diesel. Steam. I'm going to go for locomotives that are running and currently aren't running. 60009 Union of South Africa, 6163 Tornado. Diesel, I'd probably have to go for a Deltic, because I've only ever seen one at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway at Grosmont, and that left an impression. I'd go for a Class 68 in ScotRail livery. What else would I go for? I think I'd have to go for the Duchess of Sutherland, because she is just absolutely beautiful. Okay, next one, right. Here's my pronunciation here in Guttislow. There. Debsky Huey? You'll have to forgive me if that's not how it's pronounced. Asked, what age should I start spotting, and how many years am I train spotting, not actually filming? I can't remember my age exactly, but it was in the mid-1990s when I first started. And that was purely because my grandparents lived next to the West Coast Main Line at Leighton Buzzard. And trains just passed by all the time, and yes, I liked them, but I never took much of an interest in them. One day, I was on the station with my grandparents, and a maroon LMS locomotive came passing through. And I just looked at it in complete amazement. I thought, whoa, that looks absolutely incredible. And that got me hooked from there on in. Michael David, Few Class 91 fan, what is your favourite line to travel on? Difficult question, because each line that I've currently been on has its good and bad points. The East Coast Main Line is bumpy as hell in some places, but then as you go from Newcastle to Edinburgh, as you sort of in between Buick upon Tweed, the views are spectacular. The coastline and the ocean, it's brilliant. The West Coast Main Line, You can get some good views in the Trent Valley area. It passes through my local station. It goes past my grandparents' hometown, my hometown, which was Leighton Buzzard. It's got to be the West Coast Main Line for me, is my favourite one. Just, it works. She's off. It's just, I've spent most of my life around it, and I see trains, I can hear trains from here, so I'm about 3 miles away from the West Coast Main Line at the moment. Probably not even that, but I can hear them coming back and forth continuously. Enotetic. What was your inspiration behind your YouTube name? Well, Tornado922. Tornado, in reference to 6163 Tornado. 922. Right, the 92 is reference to the year of my birth, 1992. And the 2, well, that was just an extra one put on there. It sounded good at the time. So that was that one. Thomas Norton, can you please do the West Anglian from London Liverpool Street to Stansted Airport, Manchester Piccadilly, Stockport, Leeds, York, Lincoln Central, or Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International? I've done Manchester Piccadilly. I have done Lincoln Central. I haven't done Lincoln Central. I do apologise. I'm sorry. So yeah, I've done Manchester Piccadilly. I've done Leeds. I've done York. I've done Birmingham New Street and Birmingham International. All of those stations I'll be going back to every year without fail. I do York because it's a fantastic station to film at. I know that you pretty much see the same things day in day out there, but I just love the station. The architecture is absolutely fantastic. Manchester Piccadilly, we'll go back there. Birmingham New Street, obviously, it's the busiest station outside of London, so I'm definitely going there. London, Liverpool Street, right. I've tried there once before. It was during rush hour, granted, but they did refuse me. I will try again, but I can't make any guarantees. Same where it says London, Liverpool Street to Stansted Airport. So I can do all the stations up to there, but London, Liverpool Street and Stansted Airport, not too sure, as I'm sure you can all appreciate. I don't think they'd let you film at an airport train station. Well, of Stansted, I don't know, because I've seen films at Gatwick Airport station. You never know, but I've had a few bad moments with Abellio Greater Anglia, so yeah, not too sure. Right, there we go. David Peacock, what time is the next train to? Oh, sorry, wrong place. Well, I'm listening to the Russian Grand Prix if you can hear this. Well, there was at a railway station in Road and Castlethorpe, two of the closest places for me to go and film out on the West Coast Main Line. Now, given that there are 3 trains every 20 minutes from Northampton, there's probably a train passing through now, which is currently 1:10 in the afternoon, so there's a probability it's a Virgin Trains Pendolino, if memory serves. Right. OMG Train, what is your process in planning your trips and what do you film with? Again, I film with the Samsung Galaxy tablet. And process in planning my trips, sometimes it's just spur of the moment. Other times I plan a few stations in advance, so like some of your big stations like Birmingham, York, Doncaster, I'll plan a couple of weeks in advance just so I know what I'm doing. Other ones, say Bristol Temple Meads was sort of a couple of days before I'll go there. And because purely of where I live in the UK, it's most railway lines are really accessible to me. The Midland Main Line, I've got Kettering, Market Harborough, Wellingborough. West Coast Main Line, I've got Northampton, Milton Keynes, Leighton Buzzard, Rugby. I've got loads of places. The East Coast Main Line, I've got Peterborough is the closest place. There's also Bedford on the Midland Main Line. I've got a healthy variety of lines to go on, so a lot of the time it's sort of just spur of the moment. I'll think of it sort of a day or so before and you go, you know what, I'll go there. And sometimes it's where you've asked me to go to stations, and other times it's sort of, okay, this is how much time I've got to play with, so I'll go for it. Okay, what have we got next then? Thomas Norton, how did you come up with the name 20922? That's already explained for you. The Enthusiastic Train Spotter, DRS 68004. What is your least favourite train? Easy. The Pacer. It's horrible. Yes, I know some people like if people like a scenic travel or anything, but God above, they're horrible. They're loud, they're uncomfortable, they're based off an old bus, and if you go to like York or somewhere, you just see them sort of like they're trundling and bouncing everywhere. I detest them with an absolute passion. High Speed Line 01, did you have a model railway? If so, then what was your favourite model? Yes, I did have a model railway, but unfortunately that had to be taken apart. My favourite model, well, I've got a model of a Virgin Trains Voyager. I also have a Virgin Trains 390 Pendolino. I've also got Oliver Cromwell, the steam locomotive. I've got Deutsche Bahnschenker ICE1 units. I've also got some SBB RE4 locomotives. I've also got a Swiss Crocodile as well. But my favourite locomotive, model anyway? Difficult question. I'd probably say... What is my favourite one? Evening Star. That's my favourite one, Evening Star. The train table. What's your favourite passenger set? Class 390, 225, HST, etc. Right. This is where it gets a little bit complicated. I have favourite trains depending upon their use. The express train, it's the HST, because, well, need more be said. I mean, come on, the HSTs. Your small sort of city-to-city commuters, that's the 321. I've always thought they looked fantastic, they sound fantastic, they have a sense of character about them. Favourite international, that's the 373 Eurostar. And you've sort of smaller DMUs, so your little country rural routes. 158s. Very comfortable, very smooth. So yeah, that's. I think I'm missing anything else. No, that should be it. Alright, Ricky Norris, hello. What is your favourite locomotive? My favourite has to be 6163 Tornado. Well, purely because it's the newest steam locomotive that was ever built, and it looks fantastic. It's an absolutely beautiful design, and it just goes to everybody's point, every train enthusiast, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me that all steam locomotives are different. Because, unlike today's trains, they're not built in factories, they were all built by hand, so each one is different. There's no one completely identical. And they all have mood swings. They have their own personalities, they will talk to you. They're the closest thing we've ever built to a living machine. So they'll tell you when they want feeding, they'll tell you when they want drinking, and then if they want to work, they sort of go yes, if they don't, they go nope, I'm going to have a fault. Right, Saxt Productions. Have you ever been bothered by police or station security? Also, what are the laws for filming at a railway station over there? Here it's becoming illegal to do so. That's from America. Right, well, in the way of police, no. Station security, yes. My first instance of this would have been at Watford Junction. No, sorry, I tell a lie. It would have been Huntingdon on the East Coast Main Line. I was filming on there. This is when I first started filming. I started filming on there, and the station man came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" And there's me holding a tablet, like filming it in this sort of manner. And I said, "Well, I'm reading a newspaper. What do you think I'm doing?" Other ones, Watford Junction. Apparently, I had to ask permission from the actual station manager to film, so I did, and he said it was fine. Some stations are a little bit picky when you go to film. You have to ask permission. Some places you have to sign in because they want to know what you're doing. King's Cross, I think most London terminal stations really, they want to know what you're doing. You sign in, you say what you're doing, you sign back out. everyone's happy. Other stations are completely fine. Mostly in the Midlands, to be fair. I've had no problems with stations in the Midlands. Leighton Buzzard, Northampton, Kettering, Wellingborough, Bedford, anywhere really. They seem quite fine. Police, I actually went to London Liverpool Street, and I wasn't too sure who I had to ask, and I know that occasionally the British Transport Police do get involved with certain things like this. So I found a wandering policeman, and I said to him, "Can I go film here?" And he said, "Is it for financial purposes at all?" No, I said, "I'm a train spotter, I film it, put on YouTube for everybody else's benefit, not just my own, there's no financial gain from this." And he goes, "Yeah, just ask the station staff and happy days." So the police are completely fine with it as long as they know what you're doing. But some of the station staff can be a little bit tetchy. JR Railways, what's your favourite place outside of Britain? Switzerland. That's it, Switzerland. Beautiful country. That's not a question, yes, just let me know about something. Jake Humphreys, what is your favourite train spotting location in the UK and why? Difficult question, this. It's probably Doncaster. Purely because of the variety in trains that pass through. So you've got electric DMUs, diesel DMUs, and you've got your passenger sets coming through, electric high-speed passenger sets coming through, freight. Yeah, it's there's always something different at Doncaster to catch. So that's it's got to be that one. Right, the Javelin Man 15. If you were to come down to Cornwall for a week, which stations would you film at? What is your favourite station on the Great Western Main Line? What is your favourite line in the UK? Favourite line in the UK, I've already said that was West Coast Main Line. If I were to come down to Cornwall for a week, I'd probably try and get as many as I could along the coast, to be fair. I'd try and do as many as I possibly can. Favourite station on the Great Western Main Line? I haven't done that many. So, it's Bristol Temple Meads. Station looks fantastic with its old Great Western Railway style canopies. And it's a bustling place. There's always something going on. The Pogo Sticking Huskies. What is your favourite thing about the railway hobby? What is my favourite thing about the railway hobby? It's actually being able to meet guys like you, to be fair. When I go out filming, I hardly ever see anybody else out there at all. Mostly it's just commuters going about their daily business. But it's being able to meet other people who enjoy railways as much as I do, and you can have a chat with them, and you can discuss things, and you don't feel embarrassed about it. Because other people will look down upon you and go, "Really? You like this? That's just strange." But no, it's the people about it, really. It's the people that work for the railways, it's the train spotters, and yeah, just being able to meet them and having a good chat with them, it makes it all worthwhile. Railcam TV, when are you going to do Spondon Station Derby? I have no idea. KTV videos, in terms of architecture, what station do you think is the most impressive? London St Pancras. Specifically the upper level, so for East Midlands trains, South Eastern High Speed Javelins and Eurostars. It's very, very welcoming, it's very, very clean. You walk in and just go, wow, it greets you right there and then. Dale Kroll, what is your favourite UK line station? West Coast Main Line and Doncaster Station. Michael Mitchell, right, this is a different one because I haven't actually, what the question he's about to ask me I haven't actually done before. So, if you've ever been on a Southern 455 or Southwestern unit, do you feel that 455 should be refurbished or modelled or just scrapped altogether? They seem unable to compete with the Class 377 of Southern and the Southern Trains 444. 455 seem more jerky and uncomfortable, and it does carry on. No, I haven't travelled on any Southwest Trains units at all. I have travelled on Southern 377s. They blow Class 350s out the way, I can say that much. The 377s are a lot smoother, a lot more comfortable, more spacious, I think. But no, I can't ask. The 455s, they look, I don't know, they look like they're outdated. But I've not travelled on one. What is the best station you have filmed at yet? Best station. Clapham Junction, purely because it's completely bonkers. It's just a madhouse of a station. Riv Chick 2, what is your favourite freight train? Well, I see plenty of intermodal traffic on the West Coast Main Line. Kartik sets are probably my personal favourite, because I don't see an awful lot of them. And I'm not keen on the wagons they use. I prefer the old style ones, so it's dual levelled, and that's pretty shoddy, but you get the rough idea. The old style dual levelled sets, not the single canopy covered ones. Right. GA 17208, what is your favourite station on the Great Eastern Main Line? Ipswich. There's always something different at Ipswich. Freight, passenger, healthy variety of DMU and electric stock. Dorset Steam Boy, what do you do for a job, and can you do a Draw My Life video? No, I can't do that, and I'm a waiter. Mr. Posh 12.3, what do you record on? Samsung Galaxy tablet. Matthew Berryman, will you ever film in Cornwall? Yes, but I don't know when, but I will go there. I've wanted to. There's some fantastic stations I want to go to. Oh, excuse me, wrong hole. And last but not least, Honesty Queen, can you please go to Five Ways train station? I looked where this was, and yes, I can. I'll happily go there. It's in the Birmingham area, I'm to believe. But yes, I will definitely go there. I shall get round to doing it. I shall get around to doing more stations for you guys. All I do ask is just please bear in mind that this is all coming out of my own pocket. I don't charge for any of this at all, so when you do ask me to go to certain stations, please just bear in mind that I can't do them straight away, just because I'm financially restricted. There are certain stations that I can do that are much closer to home, but other ones I can't do, and certain ones, Cornwall is a good example of this, and especially in the north of England, more specifically Scotland, I'll need to book time off to do some of these stations, purely because of the distance I'll be travelling. Right, so, thanks all very much, guys. I hope that's helped you all. If you've got any more questions for me, then drop them down, and I'll probably do another video for you guys. So, I hope you're all doing well, and I shall catch you all later on.